What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. You guys know I love to keep you informed. Yeah, this is that. Not very big news here, but we already got 20 people in here in the first minute. So make sure you guys smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as always. Appreciate y'all for joining me. So this is going to be quick because I don't have much to say about this. But the Commanders hired a new offensive line coach. I was telling y'all last week, like they still have to find an offensive line coach. And I said like it was going to be hard because like David Blau doesn't really know anyone, and he can't really pull guys over because he hasn't worked anywhere else but Washington. So I knew it was going to be kind of hard, but I think Dan Quinn has really guided David Blau through the whole process, and now we're at the point where we're hiring guys for David Blau. We're bringing in the guys that he wants, that he's seen before, that he's talked to before. Like any little connection there really is a big deal. This is a smart hire. So Commanders are naming Darnell Stapleton as the offensive line coach and Shane Taub as assistant offensive line coach. Promotions for both. So these guys were already working for the Washington Commanders. Stapleton has worked closely with the new offensive coordinator, David Blau, through both of their times in Washington. They were both here last year. Stapleton and Blau have a really good connection. Blau has been a big part of Washington's, game plan and stuff. He's obviously was the assistant quarterback's coach and, a big part of their protection plan and stuff. So these two have worked together great the last 2 years. So I'm not really surprised. This is an uninspiring, underwhelming move. Like, I'm going to be honest, this is uninspiring, right? The Falcons fired their offensive line coach the other day, and everybody thought Quinn was going to go try to get him because it made sense. But that didn't happen. We're just going to promote guys in the building. And again, that's what happens when you have a guy like this. That's what happens when you have David Blau. Like, you're not going to go out here and make some type of big move. It's just not going to happen, right? You're just going to have to promote from inside the building, and you're going to have to live with the consequences, right? These moves can really work out, or these moves can really be underwhelming. Like that's really what it is. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this. We'll look into what John Keim said a little bit about this. Like, John Keim did have his opinions. He warned us yesterday, actually, that this move could be happening. So, yeah, I would have loved to see us kind of dig a little bit deeper in the bag of trying to find an offensive line coach. But this move is still a solid move, I think, for this football team. Again, guys, make sure you click the like button on the stream. Again, make sure you click the subscribe button as well. On the road to 4K, actually. So, yeah, make sure you guys do both of those things. And then any super chats are greatly appreciated. We're trying to get to 1 super chat on this particular stream. Yeah, so John Keim said, mention Stapleton the other day on the podcast as a good possibility. Good rapport with the offensive line and was heavily involved in protection schemes and other aspects of the offensive line with Blau's vision. So, yeah, that's why Stapleton was hired, because they have somewhat of a connection with David Blau, and the Commanders felt like this was probably the safest move. They didn't really know where else to dig to try to find a new offensive line coach, so they felt like right here was the best possible move that they could have made. And I'm not even going to complain. I'm not mad. I don't really have many opinions on this. I just think, like, I know that Stapleton played for the Steelers. So Darnell Stapleton played for the Steelers. So I do know that. He has experience as an offensive lineman. Who really wouldn't work, under this offensive line? Like, we have JC, right? We have Laramie Tunsil. This offensive line is very good, very strong in there. They only got better last year. So who wouldn't want to work for this offensive line? I think, and who wouldn't thrive as a coach of this offensive line? You just have to do kind of the right things, and I believe he will, right? I think Darnell Stapleton being under the system, playing for the Steelers, this is a very a very uninspiring move, but it makes sense. Like, if that makes sense to y'all, it definitely makes sense. This move does. And just in terms of, we're going with the safe option. We're going to bank on Stapleton. He's been here. He's had, experience playing in the league. He's done things that we like, and he is now going to be the new offensive line coach. And they also brought in some guy. So let me look up this dude's name as the assistant O-line coach. So at least these moves are done, right? We can say that. So okay, so this will be Shane Taub's fourth year this year as the offensive quality control coach in Washington. He was primarily working with the offensive line. So this will be his fourth year, this assistant offensive line guy. So this is also a safe move, and he also does have a lot of experience as coaching offensive lines. Okay. So that's good. That's perfect. Well, I'm not going to say perfect, but that's these are two safe moves in my opinion. So yeah, these are two safe moves. These are two good moves. I'm not mad at all. I like what the Commanders are doing right now. These safe moves, these guys that have worked with Blau, these guys that have been in Washington. I'm not mad at these moves. We have 48 people in here. Make sure you guys click the like button. Make sure you guys click the subscribe button. If you are not subscribed, it will really be appreciated. We're trying to get to 4K subscribers as soon as possible. Also, make sure you guys send a super chat. Support. Any super chats are greatly appreciated. And the goal is 1 super chat on this stream. So let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. If you want to jump to the front of the line in the comment section, you guys know how to do that. That is by super chatting. Let's see. Happy Monday, bro. Happy Monday, Steve. It's been a little while, to be honest. I've been making videos, but I just haven't been going live as much. So yeah, happy Monday to you too. Happy MLK Day to everyone out there. I'm watching Thunder Cavaliers right now, actually, and Thunder are winning, so that's good. Not related, but reliable sources are saying we have a major trade coming for Max Crosby, possibly paying in a lot of money for Crosby. I'm telling you, it's coming. We do hold some draft capital. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut that down right away. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not good on Max Crosby, right? I want Max Crosby. I love Max Crosby. I'm not giving up all that draft capital. We need to build through the draft. We can't do that. We don't have the draft capital to do that. I promise on everything to all of you in the stream right now, to all 52 of you in here in this stream right now, I promise you nothing will happen with Max Crosby and the Commanders. I promise you over my life. Over my life. Not a home run hire, but our offensive line is arguably top 10 in the NFL, so I'm not worried. Yeah, again, it's uninspiring, but again, who wouldn't want to work with this offensive line, right? This is a very good offensive line. They were very good last year. This is a very good move. So yeah, I just didn't think I didn't think you could really go terribly wrong with this type of move. You couldn't go terribly wrong with this type of move. So yeah, it makes sense, right? And it's a safer move. I've heard all kinds of things, including that the Raiders want 2 first-round picks for Crosby. Again, we're not going to give up 2 first-round picks for Crosby, and we're supposed to be talking about the offensive line. Again, this just shows how nobody really cares about the offensive line that much. Yeah, we're not trading for Max Crosby. So, let's see. We have a lot of money to spend. This news is all over the place. We want to win now, not in 3 years. Again, I've already told you my stance on that. Hey, Carter. Hey, Steve. Vincent, how you guys doing? Where's the Stapleton guy from? He's our new offensive line coach. That's good. So he's been here 2 years. He's been in Washington already for 2 years. He knows David Blau really well. He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he paid for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was an offensive lineman for them, obviously. He has a lot of experience around the game of football. He knows what he's doing. If I were you guys, I'd be pretty not excited about this move, but feel safe. Feel safe. I think we should feel safe about this move, right? I think this is a good hire. I think this is a safe hire. And I think this hire really does make sense. And we heard some heat about it yesterday. So, hey, this hire makes sense. This hire makes sense. SGA just hit a buzzer beater, by the way. Yeah, this hire makes sense. This hire is safe. So he did play for the Pittsburgh Steelers too. I still think there are too many roster holes to win now, but I guess we'll see what AP's got up his sleeve. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not like you can just go out here and fill all these holes right now, and it's just not, it's not going to happen. So yeah, they'll try their best, but we'll see. you're not going to fill it all in this offseason. So, but we do have money to spend. I'll say that. I'll say that. Never heard of either of these guys. Yeah, I never heard of either of these guys either. What a lot of people do is they just kind of are quiet in the system. So they're quiet in Washington system. Like these two guys, just in particular, you never heard anything from them. They've just been quiet in Washington system. So, yeah, I none of us have ever heard of these guys, unless you were a Steelers fan back in the day and you were a diehard and you knew their whole offensive line. Maybe you've heard of him, but yeah, otherwise it's nothing major. Me neither. I know it irritates you to hear this, but it's true. Wish there was a way to screenshot it. Not making this up. You can screenshot anything you want, and I'm not like again until it happens. I'm not going to believe you. Like until it happens, and I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry. I just know more. Like I just know enough that to tell you it's not going to happen. I promise you on everything, bro. I promise you. By the way, guys, make sure you click the like button. Let's try and get to 50 likes in the stream. We have 50 people in here right now. So make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. Again, if there's any of you in here that are not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to join this community. Trying to reach 4K subs. Again, make sure you guys send a super chat as well to support. Super chats are how your comment gets read first, and they also help me out a lot. And so, yeah. By the way, we are 5 subscribers away. So let me check this exactly before I get to the next comment. So we're at 3,195 subscribers. So we're 5 subscribers away from 3,200. Hey, Carter, what did you think of the Buffalo firing Sean McDermott? That was interesting. I like the guy. He was a good man and a good coach for the Buffalo community. It stinks. Hell, find another job, maybe with Washington. Yeah, I was thinking I might make a video. I might make a video later. I don't know. But I was thinking, maybe we could bring him in here or interview him or try to get him in here. Yeah, he was a good leader of men. Like he knew how to lead a football team, and he made the playoffs 8 of his 9 years. He won 5 division championships. But at the end of the day, the business is about winning. And when you don't win when you lose in the playoffs every single year at virtually the same spot every single year, you kind of have to expect, to be fired. Like you're not going to sit here and lose in the same spot of the playoffs every year, especially after the Chiefs have been eliminated this year already. You're not going to sit back and lose this year and expect to keep your job, right? Because then the Bills front office is basically living out the definition of insanity, doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's kind of like John Harbaugh. It really is kind of like John Harbaugh, McDermott. Like what a great head coach. What a great leader. Highly respected. One of the top coordinators available now. But something has to change when you don't win in the playoffs every year, when you get knocked out in the same spot every year. Again, that would be the Bills front office living out the definition of insanity. That's what it would be. So they had to change something. There they go. So, yeah, I'm a fan of that move, to be honest. I think you had to change something. Okay, Stapleton was the assistant offensive line coach for us last year. Yeah. So just a promotion here. Like nothing big, just a promotion here. And the Commanders will now look to build this offense even more. But yeah, just a promotion here. Nothing too crazy here. Just a little promotion for Darnell Stapleton. And then the Shane Taub guy worked for us for the past 2 years. He has a lot of experience around the game of football. And so, yeah, both of these moves, again, they're not exciting moves. They're not exciting moves whatsoever. But they are safe and they are convenient and they make you feel good. They make you feel good because they both know David Blau, these guys do, and they both know like what we have on this offensive line. They worked with these guys last year, and our offensive line is already good as it is. So, yeah. That wasn't a problem last year. Like, you shouldn't be worried. That wasn't a problem last year. It really wasn't. The offensive line was not a problem. So, yeah, these are safe hires. These are cool hires. Like, I'm fine with this. We have 80 people in here right now. Make sure you guys all click the like button. We're trying to get to 50 likes on this stream overall. Make sure you guys smash that like button for me. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button for me. We are at 3,195 subscribers right now. 5 more to hit 3,200. Really appreciate y'all for joining me this afternoon. And we will continue. Make sure you guys flood the comment section, by the way. And we will continue talking about the new offensive line hires. So, let's see. Okay, so both guys are already with us. Simply promotions. Yeah, both guys were already with us. Simply promotions, simply safe moves. That's what it was. Our run blocking is subpar, though. Our pass blocking is good, though. I agree with that statement. We have a really athletic offensive line, so you would think that our run blocking would be better and more consistent, but it really wasn't last year. So that's one area we can definitely improve on. But there is an athletic offensive line, and so yeah, I'm excited to watch this offensive line next year, though. Again, I do that Tunsil trade over and over and over again. That Tunsil trade was so solid. And Tunsil, he should have made the Pro Bowl. Like, he got snubbed, but not to get all on this, but like he got snubbed. So yeah, our offensive line is solid, and we just, we need 2 good good coaches on the offensive line, and that's what we're going to get here. These are 2 guys that are respected. Again, the Stapleton guy, the main offensive line coach, played for the Steelers. He has experience in a lot of places. So it's really a safe, consistent move, or convenient move. Sorry. Good hire. He won 2 Super Bowls as a player. Yeah, he has experience with winning as well. He coached on Florida's offensive line. I did see that as well. He fits the offense we want to run. Yeah, he fits the offense we want to run. That's for sure. And that's one of the biggest things I can say about this hire is they're not going to, like, we all wonder why, Bobby Johnson was fired. Like, why was he fired? Well, that's probably because he had Cliff's scheme, right? There's a little bit of Cliff's scheme mixed in there. Hold up, we got a member comment. So a member just commented, so let me get to him first, because if you are a member, obviously you go first. So Big E, thank you for being a member of the channel. Thank you for the comment. How about all the penalties for our offensive line? Had maybe that's why they parted ways with Bobby Johnson. I don't think directly that's why, but I could see. I see where you're going. I mean, there was tons of penalties. It was sloppy. I can see where you're going with that, but I don't think that's directly why. I think he was more of a Cliffs type scheme, right? Another member comment here. Kingsbury didn't run enough. Yeah, and that was the whole problem. That was the whole problem. So, we need to get a solid running back this offseason, and then we can run the ball more. He is from New Jersey, like DQ. That's cool. I didn't know that. I'm already predicting that we are going to do horrible again next season. Yeah, I don't know why you would say that. I mean, again, it all depends. Like, everything is next year. That's what I've learned. Like, everything is next year. Whether it's JD5's future, whether it's Dan Quinn's future, whether it's, how does this team advance? Everything relies on next year. Whether it's David Blau as well, everything is next year. Everything is next year. Everything. I'm watching Premier League soccer on USA Bournemouth at Brighton. I knew that was on, but I'm not a soccer watcher. I don't watch soccer. I've never been able to watch soccer. Like, that's one of the sports for me that's like, it's way more fun to play than actually watch. And actually, there's an ad right now coming up. Yeah, I'm not a soccer watcher. I don't watch soccer a lot, but yeah, I definitely enjoy playing. I definitely enjoy like playing soccer. Obviously, probably not very good, but yeah, that's good. Who's going to be defensive coordinator? I'd say the top guy right now is Jonathan Gannon. I think that's the top guy right now. Not for me, but I already told you I'm not a huge fan of Gannon, but I think for them that's their top guy right now. So it's not going to happen for Brian Flores either. So Brian Flores interviewing with the Steelers for their head coach position. My money is on him not leaving that building unemployed. Yeah, I think the Vikings would be stupid not to sign him back. I don't know why they're not, giving him a new contract, but he would fit so perfectly with the Steelers. Like I just feel like he would fit so perfect with the Steelers. That's interesting right there. We can use some age and experience in the offensive line coaching room. It'll help Blau a lot. Something happened when we had Kyle. I agree with you. We can use that type of experience and age. Let me see. So the new offensive line coach, obviously Stapleton. Let me see. Because I don't know, like, so he's 40. All right, that's not even that bad. Yeah, so but he has experience around a lot of places, so he'll probably get another head coaching job. We'll see. I mean, some guys are just not cut out to be a head coach. So we'll see. It's too many open head coaching positions. That's true. Like if you're one of the top, yeah, that's actually a really good point. That's one of the things is like if you're a top coordinator, whether it's offense or defense, and there's this many open head coaching spots, you're probably going to get a job because people see you as one of the top coordinators, and they just run out of options, to be honest with you. So let me get to this member comment here real quick. Let's see. These coaching moves is nice to see. Younger, new minds. Yeah, I agree. I like it's kind of like a refresher, like new guys in here. So, yeah, it is nice to see the new offensive minds. Let me see what level of a member you are though, just because like I just want to see. I've not checked my members in a little while. Oh, we also got a new member 8 days ago. We got a new member on the channel as well. Gold Gangs. Hey, Big E, you're Gold Gang. All right. Appreciate you for being a Gold Gang member. All right. Let me see. Where are we? McDermott isn't going to settle for a coordinator job. I don't think there are still 8 openings for a head coach. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he'll find a job. Again, it's not like he was bad with the Bills. Like again, 8 out of 9 years as a coach, he made the playoffs. 5 division championships. Like he's not bad. He's just when you do the same thing every year, that's going to happen to you. If we build to the draft, how old will Daniels be by the time we're loaded? Before the new stadium, like 2 or 3 years. So what's Daniels now? What is he? 25, like 27? But we need to be like in next year needs to be the first real year. Like I'm talking 10-7. I'm talking 9-8 and really start to see these young guys flash and say, "Oh, we have something for the future." That's what I'm talking about. Cuz you want Jaden to still be on his rookie contract. I'll get off the Bills in a second, but I believe the Bills front office, meaning GM Bean, didn't do a good enough job putting quality players around Josh Allen. Fired the wrong guy, in my opinion. I agree. I could go back and forth about the McDermott thing, I guess, but yeah, they didn't put enough good weapons around Allen at all whatsoever. So I totally agree with that. If our old is solid, then how come Daniel spent more time on his back than a I'm not gonna read that. Offense, I mean, let's see. Yeah, and Allen's just not like he is Superman. But when you don't have weapons, it shows. You get to a point in the league like where if you just don't have guys like all these other guys do around you, you're not going to be good enough. You're not going to be good enough. He needed someone else these playoffs. You're not going to work with Brandon Cooks. You're not going to work with Keon Coleman. Those guys are unserious. They're unlegit. Can you explain the Gannon position? Yeah, defensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator for the Commanders, possibly. So he in 2021 he had the 8th ranked defense with the Eagles. 2022 the 1st ranked defense with the Eagles. 2023 became a head coach with the Cardinals, but they want a guy with coaching experience. They already interviewed him last week, and they think very highly of Gannon, and he knows DQ. So that's why that move would possibly make sense. By the way, guys, make sure you click the like button on this stream. Make sure you guys click the subscribe button on this stream. Trying to reach 4K subscribers. Make sure you guys do those two things. We are at 3,196 subscribers, so we're 4 away from 3,200. If y'all can help me hit that this stream, that would be great. Gannon calls a very conservative game. He does. But listen, trust me, I think he fits what Dan Quinn's looking for. When do you expect Washington to fill a defensive coordinator? Oh, I like this question. So I was actually I was on Instagram this morning. I was like, I want to post on my story. By the way, guys, at WSH Carter on Instagram, if you want to follow my Instagram page for this YouTube channel. I posted something. I was like, 24 to 48 hours. Expect this defensive coordinator vacancy to be filled. You know why? Because Jeff Ulbrich is now being retained as the Falcons defensive coordinator. So that was the Washington Commanders' top target. I just want you guys to know that. So now they have to make a decision. And I'm ready for this decision to be made because we have a defense to build. We have places to be. So let's go. So I think that they'll fill it in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm being dead serious. These coaching moves is nice to see. Oh, yeah, I already read that. I believe good coordinator is everything, in my opinion. Not everything. Like, I think players are a vital part of that. Like, the Texans defensive coordinator, and I don't know who he is, right? I'm not that locked in, but look at the players he has. You're like, do you expect him not to, to be like bad, right? With those type of players, like, no, he's not going to be bad. Gonna send a super chat soon. I appreciate you answering some of my questions. I'll make sure to clean it up. That's an interesting comment. Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you for joining the stream. Let's see. One of the 3 of the NFL will have a new head coach next season. Possibly. Kyle was coaching ever since he was out of college. I heard that. I mean, he's been around it for a while. I agree. We need young players, young men. Yeah, that's what we need. And that's what they're going to do. So Andy Reid was not fired. That new stadium is beautiful. Man, I saw the pictures of that. I saw the pictures of that. Like, oh my gosh, that was literally beautiful. Awesome. I hear Carl Scott is shooting up as a name for our defensive coordinator. Yep. He most definitely is. If you see what he's doing with the Seahawks, like, he's just been so impressive. So yeah, he most definitely is, and we'll see, where he goes, right? But yeah, he's most definitely is. I don't believe our offensive line is solid at all. Daniels is sacked way too much. Yeah, and we have to be mature about it. And say, like, some of that is on Daniels. Otherwise, though, yeah, the offensive line, they are solid. That's for sure. They're solid. You can't tell me otherwise. Morris is also from New Jersey. He might be the defensive coordinator if he wants the job. I want Carl. Other teams wanted to interview Darnell for their offensive line job. He also worked with Philly long ago at SMU also. Yeah, he has a lot of experience, man. That's good to hear. I didn't know some of that. That's good to hear, man. Thank you for the comment. Watching soccer has always been like eating hard shell crabs. Way Way too much work for too little reward. That is exactly what I'm saying. And that's why I don't eat crabs. That's why I don't eat crabs because it's like, okay, it's great. It tastes amazing. But I'm not going to do all that work just for that little piece. I'm not going to do that. And that is what soccer is like. That is what soccer is like. I agree with that. That's a good analogy. That's a good analogy. Like, I'm not gonna do all that work. That's why I don't eat crabs, bro. I'm not gonna do all that work. So, Patrick Mahomes, 30 years old. They still believe in him. We good coming back in 2030. JD5 need to stay healthy. Yeah, we'll be back next year. Like, I'm not saying we're gonna be great next year. I could see the ceiling being like 11-6 next year, but we'll be back next year. Like, you'll see the flashes again. I do believe that. Since I don't want him, we would get him. That's how a lot of Commanders fans are actually. That's how I would describe my fandom as well. They do whatever I don't want them to. I know I'm hurt about Aubrey. I am too. That was, man, like, that was heartbreaking to see that they retained him. That was who DQ wanted. That was who everybody wanted. So, W. Carter, you said you weren't big on Gannon. Why is that? Just too vanilla. Well, I've never been a big fan of him. He also did something to his. He also hit his player this year by accident, apparently, allegedly. He was a terrible head coach, and he's a conservative play caller. He's very conservative. Like, he's not going to be a Brian Flores. He's very conservative. So, the new stadium looks awesome, Carter. I can't wait to go to a game there. Me too. Like, I can't wait. Whether I'm going by myself or not, I don't know. I just can't wait. I can't wait. That stadium is going to be awesome. Retractable roof, whatever it is, bro. I'm just like, those pictures were so nice. Those pictures were so nice. It was just an amazing drop on that morning. It was awesome. I'm talking about in Philly, even though he was winning every year. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Okay, we have totally moved against the offensive line talk that we were supposed to be having. But anyways, compared to Flores or Schwartz, Gannon's pretty tame. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's the one reason I'm not too big of a fan of him, to be honest. So, yeah, I agree with that. Got to jump into a meeting. Everybody have a great night and week. Hey, appreciate you, Steve. Go kill that meeting. Just checking in. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything, really. Just a lot of conversations. But whenever this live stream's done, or right now, you can just scroll the red bar all the way back to 0-0. Watch the whole thing through if you want. So, crab legs are easier. Are you saying than watching soccer? Are you saying, hey, yeah, they're easier than watching soccer? I'll say that. I get up early Saturday and Sunday mornings and watch soccer till I get ready to go to work at Goodwill. My teams are Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. Not a clue who the last team is. I do know Manchester City. They're very good, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad you like soccer. Like, I'm glad you can distract yourself from other stuff than Commanders football. I'm glad. Albrecht don't surprise me at all. Well, yeah, he's already with the Falcons now, so yeah, he's not gonna come here. What's the holdup for the DC defensive coordinator? Flores isn't walking in the door. Yeah, so the holdup was Albrecht, but I can't tell you now. Like, maybe they're waiting to hire Carl Scott because he's still on a playoff run with the Seahawks. I mean, otherwise, I just can't really see what the holdup is either. So, edge and safety should be top 2 priority in the draft. Yeah, we're a cornerback. I mean, we need a lot of positions on the defense. So I can't even single out like 2 specific positions. I really can't. Why was Schwartz not been mentioned more? I think he would be a great defensive coordinator. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand what the whole deal is with Schwartz. Has not been mentioned at all. He hasn't gotten interviews. Like, and then also the other deal with him is his own head coach, Kevin Stefanski, didn't bring him over to Atlanta. That's the other thing. So I don't know. Could we back the money truck up and swoop Jim Schwartz? I don't think so. They want a guy with experience. I don't think so, but we'll see. Wink Martindale is defensive coordinator. Who I want. He walks. He calls game very aggressively. Yeah. I don't. I don't want Martindale. I'm good on Wink, but yeah. I mean, he's been around the game for a while. I think I know who they are going to hire. Who? Let me know. Thank you, bro. Hey, thank you. I don't know what you're saying thank you for, but yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Gerald. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not done so. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We're about 4 subscribers away from 3,200. So yeah, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button and like button. Make sure you guys send a super chat support. Any super chats are greatly appreciated and they keep the channel moving. We have a solid offensive line, but if we can get bigger and faster there, then I'm okay with postponing a Super Bowl. Great offensive lines and great defensive lines win championships. First of all, wow, we're already 37 minutes in. Like I planned this to be like 10 minutes, but anyways, that's what I said last year was like when we were trying to put this thing together, I said winning teams build their offensive line and defensive line first. They build around their team first. That's how good teams build their team. Like that's what the Eagles did. That's the way to go in this league. That's what you do. You build those lines first, and if you can dominate somebody on both lines, you win the game. You win the game. So, yeah, Gerald, I figured it was for the update. Like, sheesh. I was just asking. Carl Scott, the dude from Kansas City. Joe Cullen is not going to be the defensive coordinator here. I'll tell you that right now. But Browns want to keep Jim Schwartz. That was the rumor, but I mean, he would have the option, I feel like, to go where he would want. Like, they can't necessarily retain him. His head coach left. I mean, maybe they can. If he's under contract, they can. So, Cleveland wants to interview Schwartz for Browns head coaching position. Oh, well, I'm sure that's already done, though. Isn't that already done? With the offensive line, Shanahan style is a lot of stretch/outside stuff that usually has lighter, more gifted athletes on the line. Wonder if that's what Blau will be looking for. That is because I told y'all, like, our offensive line is very athletic. We have a very athletic offensive line. They can get out and move in space. So, yeah, that's what they're going to be looking for, I do assume. So, that was the last comment. So, I will see you guys. Let me see. Great voice and perspectives. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Have we even thought about Matt Patricia from OSU? He's not a bad choice for DC at all. I have not. I'd rather have somebody else, to be honest with you, but I can think about that. I will think about that later. You and Rio are weird. Hey, make sure y'all go sub up to my guy Rio. 21K subscribers. He's always helped me out during this, starting YouTube and stuff. Make sure y'all go sub up to him. Yeah, Gerald. Call us weird. I see how it is. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. So make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel on the way out. Do all those great things on the way out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hail to the Commanders as always. You guys have a great rest of your night. Keep your eyes peeled. Maybe I'll come out with a video later. Keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube app. Otherwise, appreciate you, Todd, for saying good show. Thank you for coming up and supporting. I'll see you guys in the next one.